Hey guys, welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today I'm going to be doing a book review on some of my absolute favorite books. The first one that is absolutely amazing, and I absolutely love this author. Her name is Sarah Dessen, and I have like 2 books that are by her over here, but the first one is Saint Anything. And if you know anything about this book, it's absolutely so good. It's about, well, I'll give you a little short detail so I'm not just spilling everything to you. And then you're like, okay, well, I don't want to read it because you gave me everything, you know. But it's about a girl, a teenage girl who struggles with the idea of her brother. Because her brother ends up, like, he was a drug addict and a drunk. Like, he was just not the good type, you know, and he was trying to get better. So he's at this, like, facility. And in those years, he ended up running someone over with his car and ended up paralyzing her. And so she goes through this time with her friends, and she's like, well, I don't want to end up like my brother. Like, I'm nothing like him. So that's why she ends up going to the girl at the end. 10 out of 10 recommend. It's such a good book. It gives you kind of like all the feels. You're like, dang. And then like some parts you want to cry because you're like, that's how she's feeling, but her parents don't pay any attention to her. And you're just like, oh my gosh. Like, but it's really good. Say Anything, I recommend. And then my second book by her, this one, I've read like almost all of her books. They're literally so good. I just love this author so much. It has like a little sticker thing on it, but it's called Dreamland, and this one's sort of a heavier book. Well, most of her books are really heavy. They deal with some kind of, like, I guess abuse or like emotional stuff. So, but this one is really heavy, where her sister ends up leaving because she doesn't want the normal college life, and she wants to just do something with her life that she wants to do without having her parents be like, oh, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. Because she was always such a good girl, and she always followed the rules, and she was always straight A's and stuff. And so her sister ends up running away, and so Caitlin ends up getting with this guy, and he ends up like abusing her. It seemed fine at the beginning, but she just doesn't know how to get away from him, and she's really scared of him. And it's just kind of like abuse and stuff like that. If you don't want to read it, it is kind of heavy. It is very heavy, but it's also so good. Like, it just captures you in, like, on the reality of, like, life and, like, actually what happens. So 10 out of 10 recommend this one. So please do read. It's really good. And then this one is also kind of heavy. I don't know why all these books are heavy, but Sharon Huss wrote get it? How to Disappear. It's about this girl named Vicky Decker, and she has a lot of social anxiety, and when she wants to speak to someone, she kind of freezes up and is like, you know. But she had a best friend, and her best friend ended up moving to another place like 3 hours away or something, but she ended up moving. And Vicky is, I think, on her senior year of high school, and she is having a hard time, like, making more friends and stuff. So she ends up making this account called Vicurious. It's like Vicurious? Yeah. And it says, the only way to be seen is to hide who I really am. So nobody knows it's Vicky Decker. And she ends up coming out at the end saying, like, oh, I'm Vicky Decker. Please tell my best friend that I love her. Because her best friend was going to end up trying to herself. So she was like, oh my gosh, I don't want that. Like, we are best friends. You know, we've been best friends since, like, forever. and it's a really good book. It's deep. It goes into a lot of different stuff and how she feels, but I think it's really good. This is a good book. It also goes, her friend name is Jenna. I'm like going in the back, but I know these books, so I'm just like getting more reference from it. But definitely 10 out of 10 recommend reading if you have like social anxiety and how to get out of it and stuff. It's really good. But yes, please do check out some of these books. The ones I named will be down below in the description. But please do comment what's your favorite book. And subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.